Did Harry really have no other option than stepping back from his royal duties? Surely that was said to a child, but as an adult, people would laugh in his face. That is ridiculous. Of course, this was a lie. Sadly, Harry has always played the victim to avoid taking responsibility for his actions. We've seen images of him very intoxicated being carried into taxicabs, standing naked in a Vegas hotel playing pool, wearing a Nazi outfit, and so on. He's never apologized, and everything has been forgiven. King Charles turned a blind eye, with the exception of a brief visit to a drug rehabilitation center, because he was visibly consumed by sorrow over his ex-wife's death. Basically, Harry has never truly grown up, has always disliked being royal while enjoying all of its benefits, and now he has found a true mate who is willing to help him go. They issued a statement suggesting that they would be transitioning to another position within the royal family. He was particularly instructed to wait until he returned from his sabbatical for a meeting with the Queen, but he did not, and it has backfired on him. He wanted his cake and eat it too, which was never a possibility. He had a choice, and he chose the option provided. To complain so loudly about what happened demonstrated that he is still unwilling to accept responsibility for his own conduct. I believe he has disturbed his immediate family, who adore him. Certainly, Harry is a man-child who is being manipulated by an insecure B-grade actor who would like to think she is famous because of her sex scenes on TV, rather than just because she married one of the most eligible bachelors in the world. I would put money on a divorce occurring within 5 years. When Harry stated he had no other choice, that is a reference to the choice Meghan gave him: move to Canada or she would leave him. He is a romantic and probably wants to do the right thing for his child. But for how long? That stunt Meghan pulled back in November when she disappeared with the baby showed how unstable she is and what she is capable of. Meghan married him for the fairy tale wedding, but is now unable to control him while he is in London. So she first took him from Kensington and now has to take him away from his friends and family. Let's see how long they are able to survive without financial support. In fact, I bet Meghan challenged Harry to be a man and walk away. Totally romantic and unrealistic and sad. I think the Queen knows this, which is why she uncharacteristically went out of her way to say Meghan is part of the family. That statement wasn't for Meghan. It was clear for Harry to understand that he would always be part of the family even if Meghan destroyed him. All the signs of manipulation are there, sequestering him away from his friends and family by destroying his closest friendship with his brother, removing him from his childhood home and even his country, and filling his childish head with big dreams of independence. It's time to wake up, Harry! This will not end well for you. Clearly, Meghan failed as a royal because she lacked substance, class, integrity, a pure heart, and any real intelligence, not because she was biracial. In fact, her biracial identity was an advantage. She appeared to bring a fresh, progressive perspective. Instead, she focused on getting pregnant to get her claws in, raiding the family jewels, insulting staff, and spending $1 million on wedding attire and from $10,000 $80,000 an outfit. Charles shelled out $30 million for her second or third big day. Disgusting. She has burned this bridge and should go back to D-list acting. As a U.S. citizen, I had never heard of her illustrious acting career, simulating fellatio and more, until she married Harry. She talked Harry into leaving, thinking she'd take the money and perks with her. Surprise! Not only is your name Meghan, you have no show with Jessica Mulroney, and your husband is the only one anyone is remotely interested in. In fact, he's starting to look like a simpleton for putting up with you. He is beginning to lose his luster, too. Sue away! It's all you have. Karma! I have watched interviews where Harry has commented that no one wants to be the monarch, and I find it reprehensible that he complained about being a royal. He was born into the royal family and has wanted for nothing but could have just easily been born into the poorest family in the land. He didn't earn the wealth, and perhaps that's why he doesn't appreciate it. And I cringe when I think of Meghan saying that she was just existing and not thriving. These two deserve each other. Obviously, we know Harry was tricked by Meghan. So how did Meghan initially trick Harry into liking Meghan again? On the other hand, his brother told him so in brutally frank terms if reports of their leaked conversations can be believed in, which William castigated him for forgetting his royal duties and obligations and told him to step up to the plate. At that point, Harry made the worst decision of his life and chose to abandon his royal duties because Meghan had discovered that after all, she wasn't cut out for a life of duty. There were other reasons, of course, but Meghan wanted out. Meghan also gave Harry the vision of making billions of dollars using her know-how and connections, and he fell for it. He has been her dupe all along. Now you might think it was good of him to choose his wife and family over his royal duties. But think again. The time for thinking should have been before he rushed into marriage, not after, for the royal duties are everything. It is their pledge to their subjects and must be honored. There is a British saying that goes, "Not what you will, but what you must." Harry dishonored his pledge and will pay the price. Obviously, we know Harry was tricked by Meghan. So how did Meghan initially trick Harry into liking Meghan again? Harry had been deeply in love with two aristocratic Englishwomen in his youth, Chelsea Davy, who rejected his offer of marriage, and Cressida Bonus, who rejected Harry's offer of marriage, both for the same reason. They simply couldn't hack the prospect of the heavy burden of life in the royal fishbowl. Harry was getting desperate when he met Meghan Markle, a professional seducer who sent back her husband's engagement and wedding rings by FedEx upon her successful sexual conquest of the desperate and somewhat vulnerable Prince Harry. Sadly, Harry didn't have the integrity to listen to his brother, Prince William's advice that he take more time to get to know Markle, who she is, her intentions, and her family. Harry chose to crap all over his brother, alienating him. Whining he was only trying to destroy his questionable turgid romance, which led to a breakdown between the brothers. Furthermore, Harry doesn't have the mental stamina to deal with the reality he has created and the nightmare he has laid before our beloved queen with his hasty choice of bride. Prince Harry demonstrates an acute emotional immaturity, to the point of being willing prey for a seducer. That is what people perceive in the union. That's the feeling. That Markle sexually seduced him, which she did. She blew Harry's mind, and he fell wholesale into the union she so wanted, and which he so hoped would bring him the peace of mind he had been searching for his whole life. Princess Diana famously expressed her concern for Harry's mental well-being. She acknowledged he was easily led and unfocused, unlike his deep thinker, as Diana put it, brother, Prince William. As to whether Harry is in love with his wife, Harry is controlled by his wife, I challenge anyone who says otherwise. This begs the question, is Harry in fact emasculated by Meghan Markle? I think Harry longs for peace. Peace of mind. I think Harry would be very happy in Africa, in Botswana, with his fav charity, Senthabal. This wouldn't and never will suit Markle. Away from glitz and glamour, the endless searching for obscene amounts of money in order to support the lifestyle she has convinced him they need and cannot live without. Love is kind. Love is gentle. Love comes with the fullness of time. Love is patience. Love is acceptance. Love is also altruism, concern for the welfare of the less fortunate, qualities the Queen embraces and actually personifies. Neither Harry nor Markle pursues love on these unalterable terms. Well, that's all for today's video. Thank you very much for watching our video, and I want to know what you think about these issues. Please express your opinion in the comments below. Hope you will always be cheerful and happy. Don't forget to support us by liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. Goodbye and see you again in the next videos!